Shalom, and welcome back to day 68 of reading the Bible in 52 weeks. Woo! Lord, I want to thank you so much for today. Open my eyes and ears so I can hear your word. Amen. Let's go. And we'll be reading Judges 7 through 9. Jerubbaal, that is Gideon, and all the troops who were with him got up early and camped beside the spring of Harod. The camp of Midian was north of them, below the hill of Moa in the valley. The Lord said to Gideon, "You have too many troops for me to hand the Midianites over to them, or else Israel might elevate themselves over to me and say, 'I saved myself.' Now announce to the troops, whoever is fearful and trembling may turn back and leave Mount Gilead." So 22,000 of the troops turned back, but 10,000 remained. Then the Lord said to Gideon, "There are still too many troops. Take them down to the water, and I will test them for you there. If I say to you, this one can go with you, he can go. But if I say about anyone, this one cannot go with you, he cannot go." So he brought the troops down to the water. The Lord said to Gideon, "Separate everyone who laps water with his tongue like a dog. Do the same with everyone who kneels to drink." The number of those who lapped with their hands in their mouths was 300 men. And all the rest of the troops knelt to drink water. The Lord said to Gideon, "I will deliver you with 300 men who laughed and hand the Midianites over to you, but everyone else to go home." So Gideon sent out all the Israelites to their tents, but kept the 300 troops who took the provisions and their ram's horns. The camp of Midian was below him in the valley. That night the Lord said to him, "Get up and attack the camp, but I have handed it over to you. But if you are afraid to attack the camp, go down with Purah, your servant. Listen to what they say, and then you will encourage to attack the camp." So he went down with Purah, his servant, to the outpost of the troops who were in the camp. Now the Mennonites, Amalekites, and all the people of the east had settled down in the valley like a swarm of locusts, and their camels were innumerable of the sand on the seashore. When Gideon arrived, there was a man telling his friend about a dream. He said, "Listen, I had a dream. A loaf of barley bread came tumbling into the Mennonite camp, struck a tent, and it fell. The loaf turned the tent upside down so that it collapsed." His friend answered, "This is nothing less than the sword of Gideon, son of Joash, that the Israelite God has handed the entire Mennonite camp over to him." When Gideon heard the account of the dream and its interpretation, he bowed to worship. He returned to Israel's camp and said, "Get up, for the Lord has handed the Mennonite camp over to you." Then he divided the 300 men into three companies and gave each of the men's ram's horn in one hand, its empty pitcher, and a torch inside it in the other hand. "Watch me," he said to them, "and do what I do. When I come up from the outpost of the camp, do as I do. When I and everyone with me blow our ram horns, you are to also blow your ram horns all around the camp. Then you will say, 'For the Lord is God of Gideon.'" Gideon and the 100 men who were with him went to the outpost of the camp, all the beginning of the middle, which Archer sentries had been stationed. They blew their ram horns and broke the pitchers that were in their hands. The 3 companies blew their ram horns and shattered their pitchers. They held their torches in their hands and the ram horns to blow in their right hands, and they shouted, "A sword for the Lord of the Gideon." Each Israelite took his position around the camp, and the entire Midianite army began to run, and they cried out and they fled. When Gideon's men blew their 300 ram horns, the Lord caused the men and the whole army to turn on each other with their swords. They fled to Archia house in the direction of Zariah as far as the border of Abel Mahah near Tabbath. Then the men of Israel were called from Naphtali, Asher, and Manasseh, and they pursued the Mennonites. Gideon sent messengers throughout the hill country of Ephraim with a message, "Come down and intercept the Mennonite and take control of the watercourse ahead of them as far as the Beth Peor of the Jordan." So all men of Ephraim were caught out, and they took control of the watercourses as far as Beth Peor in the Jordan. They captured Orbed and Zeb and the 2 princes of Midian. They killed Orbed and the rock of Orbed and the Zeb of winepress of Zeb while they were pursuing the Mennonites, and they brought the heads of Orb and Zeb to Gideon across the Jordan. The men of Ephraim said to him, Why have you done this to us, not calling us when you went to fight against the Mennonites? And they argued with him violently. So he said to them, What have I done now to compare to you? It is not a gleaning of Ephraim better to the grape harvest of Abizur. God handed over to you Oreb and Zeb, the two princes of Midian. What was I able to compare you to? When he said this, their anger against him subsided. Gideon and the 300 men came to the Jordan and crossed it. They were exhausted but still in pursuit. He said to the men of Succoth, Please give us some loaves of bread to the troops under my command, because they are exhausted, for in pursuing Zebah and Zalmunna, the kings of Midian. But the princes of Succoth asked, Are Zebah and Zalmunna now in your hands, that we should give bread to your army? Gideon replied, Very well. When the Lord has handed Zebah and Zalmunna over to me, I will tear your flesh with thorns and briars from the wilderness. He sent them there to Peor and asked the same thing from them. The men of Peor answered, just as the men of Succoth had answered. He also told the men of Peniel, When I return safely, I will tear down this tower. Now Zebah and Zalmunna were in the car, and with them their army, about 15,000 men, who were all left of the entire army of the people of the east. Those who had been killed were 120,000 armed men. Gideon traveled on the caravan route east of Nobah and Jokthah and attacked their army while the army felt secure. Zebah and Zalmunna fled, and he pursued him. He captured these two kings of Midian and routed the entire army. Gideon, son of Josh, returned from the battle by the accent of heroes. He captured a youth from the men of Succoth and integrated him. The youth wrote down for him the names of the 77 leaders and elders of Succoth. Then he went to the men of Succoth and said, Here are Zeb and Zalmunna. You taunted me about them, saying, Are Zebah and Zalmunna now in your power, that we should give bread to your exhausted men? So he took the elders of the city, and he took some thorns and briars from the wilderness, and he disciplined the men in Succoth with them. He also tore down the tower of Peniel and killed the men of the city. He asked Zebah and Zalmunna, What kind of men did you kill at Tabor? They were like you, they said. Each resembled the son of the king. So he said, They were my brothers, the sons of my mother, as the Lord's lives had led to live them. I would not kill you. Then he said to Jephthah, his firstborn, Get up and kill them. The youth did not draw his sword, for he was afraid, because he was still a youth. Zebah and Zalmunna said, Get up and strike as down yourself. The man is judged by his strength. So Gideon got up, killed Zebah and Zalmunna, and took the crescent ordnance that were in the necks of their camels. Then the Israelites came to Gideon, Rule over you as you well as your sons and your grandsons, for you delivered from the power of Midian. But Gideon said to them, I will not rule over you, and my son will not rule over you. The Lord will rule over you. Then he said to them, Let me make a request of you. Everyone give me your earring from the plunder. Now the enemy had gold earrings, because they were Ishmaelites. They said, We agree to give them. So they spread out a cloak, and everyone threw an earring from the plunder on it. The weight of the gold earring he requested was 43 pounds of gold, in addition to the crescent ornaments and ear pendants, the purple garments of the king of Midian, and the chains of the necks of their camels. Gideon made an ephod from all this and put it in Ophrah, his hometown. Then all of Israel prostrated themselves by worshiping it there, and it became a snare to Gideon, to his household. So Midian was subdued before the Israelites, and they were no longer a threat. The land had peace for 40 years during the days of Gideon. Jerubbaal, that is Gideon, son of Joash, went back to live in his house. Gideon had 70 sons and his own offering, since he had many wives. His concubine was in the Shushan, also bore him a son, and he named him Abilash. Then Gideon, son of Joash, died at a good age, and was buried in the tomb of his father Joshua in Ophrah in Abizites. When Gideon died, the Israelites turned and prostrated themselves by worshiping the Baals, and made Baal their god. The Israelites did not remember the Lord their God, who had rescued them from the hand of the enemies around them. Did they not show kindness to the house of Jubal, That is Gideon, for all the good he had done in Israel. Okay guys, I will see y'all tomorrow for day 69. May you have a blessed day.